Here are the 3 best acupressure points for anxiety. You know, people will often come in and they'll say, oh, I'm feeling so anxious, and so I've tried journaling or working with a therapist or counselor, and it often leads to this great discussion where I share a very different opinion that I have about how to approach clinical anxiety. In my opinion, the best results from treating anxiety come through treating the body, not through treating the mind. Because anxiety for so many of us is a somatic sensation, and it is not a mental health issue as conventional medicine will have you to believe. While there's some people with, yes, just anxious minds that are worriers, the true chronic clinical anxiety is a physical somatic experience. So in this video, let's talk about 3 somatic practices you can do right now. They're free, you can do at home, that will help with anxiety. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Alex Hein, board licensed doctor of acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine, and author of the health book, Master the Day. So let's jump in. Personal opinion here based on lots of clinical experience and lots of lived experience with severe anxiety. It is much more effectively treated through the body than it is through the mind. You know, I think we've been given some mistaken messaging from conventional medicine that because clinical anxiety is a kind of mental health issue, that therefore you have to treat the mind in order to fix the body. I don't agree at all. Because while yes, there are some people who are anxious just because they're worriers, but they don't have a fast heart rate or butterflies in the belly, or they haven't lost 15 pounds due to feeling anxious. Yes, sure, journaling and taking a vacation and talking to a therapist may help. But for the people with clinical anxiety that are on medication or considering it, treating it through the body, regulating the physiology, yes, the chemicals, is more effective than anything you do mentally. So yes, there's a spectrum of anxiety. I'm just worried about this test coming up. I'm worried about my boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, child, whatever it is, my dog. And I'm worried over here about these massive heart palpitations I'm having, my heart rate going crazy in the middle of the night. It ranges from deeply physiological to deeply mental. And I think if you marry the two, it is the best bang for your buck. But also what I found is treating through the body just seems to work a lot better. But what do you actually do? You could exercise, you could go to yoga, you could go for a long walk, you could hang out with friends. I found that I think acupressure and somatic tools, acupuncture too, are some of the most effective that I've seen. And so because I can't recommend you doing acupuncture on yourself, acupressure is a close second that can help whether you have chronically high anxiety levels, or it can often help whether you have an acute anxiety attack right now. Some of these points you can use right now to sleep better tonight, right now, to come off of that metaphorical ledge, and right now just feel it come down a couple different notches. Now the first point is called Shanzhong. Now Shanzhong literally just means the center of the chest in Chinese. And this is the Ren channel. Ren channel just goes down the midline of the body. And basically it's equidistant right in the center between your nipples, right in the center of your chest. And so what you want to do is just put your hands hand over hand like this. And you're going to just do this circular rubbing sensation. You're going to rub for maybe 5 minutes if it's really intense anxiety to the left, counterclockwise. And then you're going to go counterclockwise 5 minutes to the right. And this somatic sensation is very soothing specifically to the heart, right? A lot of people with heightened anxiety levels are scared of the sensations they feel in their chest, the palpitations, the high heart rate. Those are the things that make them very, very nervous. And so doing this over the chest, over the heart itself, is very soothing. And it's also something that you can do when you're having a hard time sleeping because of the anxiety itself as well. Now the second point is a point on the kidney channel called Yongquan. Now Yongquan, sometimes translated as bubbling spring or gushing spring. Now this is the first point on the kidney channel, and it's right in the bottom of the foot. If you slide your finger up towards the balls of the feet, you'll feel a little divot just behind the balls of the foot. And that point is kidney 1. The kidney channel in Chinese medicine is almost like the grounding rod. It's like the grounding station of the body. We say the kidneys are associated with the winter phase. It's sort of the organ that helps downshift the nervous system. It is one of the organs we treat in acupuncture theory to help calm, like for example, anxiety symptoms, insomnia symptoms, palpitations, and that kind of thing. For this point, you're going to slide your thumb into the ball there, and you're just going to either do a circular motion, circling around in the ball of the foot, do that for 5 or 10 minutes each side, or you can do it even longer while you're watching a show at night if you're feeling too revved up. And then you can also push and release, push and release. And there's a second final point here that's basically in the center of your heel. So in Japanese traditions of acupuncture, they will often do moxibustion, burning of this mugwort on the heel until the patient feels heat in the heel. And this is viewed as a heightened form of this grounding effect that the treatment of the kidney channel has. So you can do a number of things at night. You can either tap on the heel, you can literally pat it, or you can just push and release with your thumb. Push and release, push and release, push and release. In China, a folk tradition is to do a hot foot soak. So to do a hot foot bath, because they believe that it brings sort of the chi down, it brings all of the energy down. It's sort of like a grounding station. So you can try soaking your feet just in hot water for maybe 20 or 30 minutes at the end of the night. And that's often, besides it being very relaxing and very soothing, is something that can help really calm the nervous system activity a little bit. Now, I'm actually doing a one-time live workshop on how to treat anxiety with traditional Chinese medicine coming up in a couple weeks here. Check out the link below this video. I'm doing a live 1-hour workshop limited to 500 people with a live Q&A afterwards. I'll stay as long as you have questions. And basically, we're going to go through the causes of anxiety, 5 daily practices from traditional Chinese medicine to help downshift your nervous system and your stress hormones, and to really do sort of like a functional adrenal reset, if you want to call it that. Check out the link right below this video. It's limited to 500 spots. Last season, we filled up all 500 spots, so make sure you enroll. Again, I'll stay for as long as you want for the Q&A, and that's something I think is going to be very, very helpful because we'll go through a bit of my own story as well as practices that can really help. Now, the final acupuncture channel and point that can help with anxiety is what we call Spleen 3 and Spleen 4. These points are on the inside of the foot, really behind the big ball of your big toe. And Spleen 3 is a point called Tai Bai, and Spleen 4 is a point called Gong Sun. Now, these 2 points are often used more for digestive problems and gynecological problems more than nervous system regulation. The inside of the foot are the yin channels. The yin channels you treat to deal with a yang problem. A yang problem would be like upsurging stress hormones, heightened nervous system activity, anxiety, worry, that kind of thing. So by treating these leg yin channels, it is more effective at gathering and descending the resources of the body. So what you can do is massage the inside of the foot, either just by rolling your thumb up the inside of the foot like that. You can also just press and release, press and release, press and release, all along the inside of the foot. The massaging of the feet in particular has a very, very strong grounding effect and a very strong calming effect. And again, these points are used more for calming overreactions of the nervous system, getting your body out of this really excessively hypervigilant state, and to take the whole, move the chi down, right, is what Chinese medicine believes. So try these 3 points. See how they work for acupressure for you. You'll often notice a very calming sensation from the very first chest somatic rubbing technique here. And then stimulation of the feet is very, very effective as well. Now, don't forget, guys, I work with a limited number of new patients every week in my clinic in Los Angeles or virtually via telemedicine. If you want to work one-to-one, just go to dralexheyne.com/clinic and reach out. Or there's information right below this video, the clinic phone number, email, and booking link as well if you want to learn more. So check those out all below this video. And then before you go, I have another really great related acupressure video right up here.